I haven't shown on my YouTube channel my most recent art, and I really want to because I feel like it's improved a lot. So I'm just gonna show you some of my favorites in my sketchbook, and then all of the paintings I made in my painting class this semester. I don't even know where to start, but this is my third sketchbook. As you can tell, so neatly labeled. This was my first drawing. This is when I had a crush on someone, and I was trying to make a girl look enchanted, but instead she looked sad, which kind of showed how that went. This one I was listening to Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap on repeat all the time, and I just really love that line, like, you only meant well. And that's what I kind of wanted to show in this. It's like these kind of like happier pastel colors, but this like black puddle kind of like oozing onto the page, and it's like, I love that it's bordered in black as well, because there's like nowhere for this like to go, and there's everywhere for this to go, you know, if that makes sense. This is the last thing that I've drawn with my Prismacolor colored pencils, because I left them in another state, so it literally is a hand waving goodbye. So I like to draw a lot at work. We have these yellow sticky notes, and I just wanted to keep it in my sketchbook because I hang up a lot of stuff around my room, but I wanted to keep it safe. And here's just like, it says I worked 7.77 hours in that shift. I really like this one. I remember this was in December, because this is the last time I was on a plane back home to Wisconsin, and I had started off with drawing the outlet station and then my iced matcha, and when I was on the plane I drew this girl, and I kind of like the position she's in and what she's looking at, I guess. I already made a video on this, of me making this, so check that out. This is one of my favorites from my sketchbook. This is when I was working on painting over like last winter break, and I just had blue, white, and black, and I wanted to make something cool, and I called it Cigarette Break, and you can see there's like two mouths kind of dripping, an ear, another mouth, an eye, some kind of like nose-ish somewhere. It's called Cigarette Break. So and that was what I tried to do with this one as well. It was like something you'd recognize, but like deconstructed. It's called Subway Spider Boy, I think, and it has kind of like the colors of Spider-Man, but his body is kind of like deconstructed, so that you can kind of like recognize it, but your brain has to like do the work, and I kind of like art like that, I think. This is Maddie from Euphoria, just some stills of like some of her iconic outfits. And this might be one of my favorite pages, actually, because I really like this hand, and this is like, this looks so much like a guy I know, but also not. And it was just a random face. I didn't like look at anything. I just drew a face that came to mind, and I don't know. She looks kind of suspicious. Oh, I don't even know what this says, but this was just like a sketch of a naked girl laying on a bed. She got all smudged up. What does it say? I was just a body, I was never somebody. All I wanted was to make you happy. I wish I could be more than that. Yeah, that was a sad phase, but that was months ago. We're doing better now. And this is also Cassie from Euphoria. Just looking sad, and that was when she was in the bathroom, you know, if you ever watched that show. This, it wasn't very good, but it was just like a 15-minute sketch. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know exactly what I would call it. I don't necessarily have a lazy eye, but a lot of the times I can only focus one eye at once. Let me try to do it. I don't know if that worked, but I usually am only looking with one eye, and I can't use like both of them at once, so one of them usually just goes off. So I was trying to draw that because it's like one of my biggest insecurities since I was a kid, but now I don't really care. These were sketches I sent to my professor of final painting ideas. It was going to be like a picture of my mom holding me and like dark clouds in the background to kind of like foreshadow her future. I never ended up doing that, and this was another idea of like some creepy style portrait, but like with like cancer imagery on it, but I also didn't end up doing that. This one was another idea for a painting. It was called Screenshot That Shit, which I feel like this would have been a really good painting, but maybe one day I'll actually do it, because I was sending a bunch of ideas to my professor about what I actually wanted to do. Okay, this one is very sexual, just warning you. It's called The Unwarranted Yet Classic Dick Pic. And I kind of wish I would have painted this, because I feel like it would have been so cool, honestly, and I feel like I should one day, honestly. Yeah, I guess it speaks for itself. And this is actually what I did the other day at work again. A customer just like walked back behind the counter and was like, "I want more ice." And I was just so shocked. But I gave it to her. But he had the audacity. Another work sketch that I never really got to finish because we got busy. And this is actually what I ended up doing today. I'm actually wearing this dress that I drew right here. It says some things because I just got out of a situation that didn't really make me feel good. And I wrote, "I know what I'm worth now," even though it took you breaking me down to realize, you know, you never wanted to know about my life because then you'd see me as a person. Just things like that. Right, now I'm going to show you my paintings because this is all that I have of my sketchbook so far. So I hope the lighting is good on this. Let's see, could I put this somewhere else? Right here. I can look at it better. This is like the most proudest I am. This painting, they're both me. This was me about a year ago when I had like just gotten broken up with. And it was supposed to be like dark storm clouds, and then kitty, I'm gonna move you down. And then the bottom was supposed to be me happy in the relationship that I was like recently in. But I think throughout this painting, why it's so special to me is I realized I still wasn't happy, but I liked how I smushed the paint palette knife to kind of create these like divots and dabbed on white for these clouds and all these different strokes and stuff. And there's some still Damier wax that I used to kind of like elevate it a little bit. And I accidentally smudged the black paint here, and that's how I got the idea to make myself look a little sad, because then I was like, I'll smudge the mascara a bit. And I really like this little dab of blue added, and this kind of like coming in, you know. This is my second final painting. It's based off a drawing of my mom. I think that, I don't know if other people would really appreciate it, but I know that it means a lot to me because this is based off of one of my like favorite pictures of her. It was a very candid photo of her just like in my Nana's living room, just kind of like looking at something else. I don't know if I really liked this as much as it could have been, but the whole process of making this painting is what makes it special to me. I just like cried in the corner the whole time, but it felt like, I don't know, it felt like I was working through things while painting it, and yeah, Starting off at the beginning, this was one of the first ones I drew, and honestly, I really like it. I like the way that it kind of goes off the page, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but when we had to make 40 paintings, the first thing that came to mind to draw was penises. And this is when I was listening to the song Hurricane Drunk by Florence and the Machine, and I just thought of the Lungs album, and I really like that line. This was another drawing of Cassie that kind of got messed up and creepy, but I really liked it. It only took like 20 minutes. This, I was drawing out what I saw outside the window, and it kind of looks like Stranger Things upside down-esque. I saw like 2 cars, and then I decided to add these kind of like vines, make it look very like underworld. I'm kind of obsessed with art of screaming faces, and I was listening to that song called Haunted. Laura Les, I think her name is. Yeah, this is what came to mind. And this one, it was after we finished the paintings, we had to paint over a painting and do a self-portrait. So I guess this is how I view myself. This was just some boobs, and you can also tell it kind of goes off the page. I really liked the colors. This just is what it is. I was feeling very frustrated because I feel like this is how I get messaged a lot of the time. My professor surprisingly really liked this one. I wanted to draw a realistic Coke can, but in the process, I just love the process of using the paint palette to paint, the palette knife to paint, and I wanted it to look kind of deconstructed, if you know what I mean. This is just based off that Lorde song, Jack and Jill Got Fucked Up When It Get Dark. That was just a random little. And here is me as a kid. Just kind of creepy looking at the same time. I love this next one. Because I had just seen a TikTok of like guys trying to guess where the clit was, so that was what I drew. And this, I don't know, I really like it. Just some bricks and ivy. This is when I was thinking a lot about masks and pollution, and I see so many masks just like on the ground in the grass all the time, so once again added some Darmier wax for it to pop off a bit. And this is kind of following that theme. It was just a little turtle swimming among the masks, because that's what I always think about when I take off my mask. The turtles. And this is just a boob. This was kind of, I think this was Billie Eilish, just a little painting. This was me taking out my frustration at having to paint 40 paintings. And this is Jules from Euphoria. Definitely messed up on it a bit, but I like the colors. This was also a self-portrait, as you can tell by the eyes being fucked up. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Another dick. This is one of the first ones I did for this project. He speaks for himself. And this was, oh yeah, this was me. This is a picture I took and I decided to paint it. Another dick. Kind of like the colors. What is this gonna be? Oh, this is, my friend left me a fat hickey, so I took a selfie and I painted it. This, I just wanted to do a creepy looking face, and I really like the eyes. Once again, there was this mask theme, and this is just a mask hanging from a tree to make it look kind of veiny and tree-like. This one's really special to me, because I made my mom a card when I was 11, and it looked like this, so I repainted it. This is a close-up boob. I really like the nipple on this one. This was just a little one. I wanted to practice drawing flames a bit, and I was listening to this song. And this is a vagina from a certain angle. Yeah. I really like this one. Yeah. I feel like it also speaks for itself again. Whatever you want to make of it. And this, I don't know, I was just having fun with colors and the knife again on this one. Smudging them all together. Just the idea of nudes again. Faceless. Nameless. It's another just sad little one, I guess, that kind of goes along with that one. I might have rushed this, or maybe I didn't go too fast. Just didn't want to make this a super long video, but you know, I did a lot this year. We're only halfway through, so I wanted us to catch up and for me to show you. So let me know if there was a particular sketch or painting that you really liked. I'd love to hear.